Hi, welcome to Diaspora Forum. As you can see, the topic of the day is on facts, lies, and delusions of life in exile, that's in diaspora. We decided to come up with this topic because a lot of you are wondering whether it is worth it, whether to go or not to go, whether to, come abroad or not. This is very important because if you know the facts, I believe it will help you making your decisions. So welcome once again. Please, if you're new to this channel, this is Diaspora Forum, where we try to correct your erroneous impressions in the media about our people. We try to highlight the things we as a people have done so that our children will have pride in themselves and have self-confidence in going forward in life. So please click if you like the video or any of our previous videos. I think we've done about 23 now. Click like and share. Like us on Facebook as well, and then subscribe. We'll be very glad so that anytime we come up with any episode, it will come directly to you. So, but first, like we normally do, we start with Proverb of the day. Yeah, look at that. It says, "Those who have not crossed the river yet should not laugh at those drowning." Yes. The reason our ancestors say this and the reason I decided to bring this to you today is, yes, for those of you that are still out there trying to still go to any first world, whether Germany, Australia, United States, UK, wherever it is, learn from those who have crossed the river and seen how it is. So, but first, like we said, did you know? Yeah, take a look at her. Kudos to Katherine Johnson. Yes, she was born in West Virginia, United States. She lived from 1918 to 2000. Yes. Katherine Johnson was a trailblazing mathematician whose work at NASA was critical for the first US space mission, particularly the first moon landing. Yes, did you hear about her? You don't know, but that's her. Johnson graduated high school at the age of 14 and earned her college diploma when she was only 18 years old, according to NASA. She was handpicked to be one of the first 3 persons of color and the first woman of color to attend graduate school at West Virginia University in 1939. Yes, 1939. In 1953, Johnson was hired by NASA as a human computer, yes, human computer, to perform mathematical calculations. She excelled at the agency with her curiosity and extraordinary skills. She began attending meetings that were previously for only Caucasian men. In 1960, she was the first woman in the Flight Research Division to be credited as an author of a research report. In 1962, John Glenn requested that Johnson personally recheck calculations made by electronic computers, which were new at the time, before his mission, in which he would become the first American to orbit the Earth. Look at that. Johnson also performed calculations that helped land Apollo 2 on the moon and get the astronauts back to Earth. She continued to work for NASA until her retirement in 1986. In 2015, Johnson was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, America's highest civilian honor. She died on February 24, 2020 at the age of 101. Good job. Thank you very much, Mrs. Katherine Johnson. So, first of all, there's a caveat to this episode. These are my personal views. I say this because it's made by a very lucky person. I've been very lucky in my life, and I've been, because of what I did in my life as a soldier, I've traveled, I've lived, I've served in different parts of the world, from Germany, Korea, Kuwait, Iraq, Kosovo, Greece, Ghana, Togo, Bulgaria, Norway, France, the Netherlands, where again, UK, Macedonia, Italy, Cyprus, Ireland. Okay, so I've been very lucky to move around the world, and I've seen different cultures and see how they treat immigrants. So again, this might not be the same experience with other people, but for me, at least, I've had the opportunity to see a lot of things. So, and that's why I'm trying to tell you, please, these are the facts, these are the lies, these are the delusions of life in diaspora. Yes, we always say the grass might appear green at the other side, but be careful because it just might be fake. The bottom line is this: grass is grass. All you have to do is to water yours. Yes, water yours. Take care of your grass, and you'll be surprised someone else will think your own grass is greener. So the reason I say this is because our knowledge of the West, of most first world nations is based on propaganda. Yes, I said it, propaganda. And it's a very powerful one because at the end of the day, we all think, it's all the streets are paved with gold and money just dropped from the sky to everybody. It's a huge lie. I'm not trying to disparage places or things, but I just want us to see it for what they are. It's like when they say any city in the world is, any country or city in the world is a city on a hill, it's like a light on a hill. It's a huge lie. This is a mental thing. Repeat, this is a mental thing. In other words, there can be millionaires anywhere in the world if you're given the opportunity, if everybody's playing on level playing field. So that's the reason I'm doing what I'm doing. So to start with, I must start by saying, no matter where you go to, Australia, Germany, France, UK, United States, Canada, wherever it is, all can be well. All can be well. Things might look smooth and all that, so long as you're ready to play to type. And what do I mean to type? Be the slave. Be the submissive slave. Be ignorant. Be stupid. Don't ask questions. Say yes, ma'am. Say yes, sir, boss, master. You remain in your place. And when I say remain in your place, you do the menial jobs, yes. But as soon as you begin to ask questions, then that is where, can you imagine even when Barack Obama first started, Joe Biden, the president-elect, actually said he spoke good English. How can you say that? This is a professor in university. This is someone who went to Harvard, and you say he speaks good English. When people tell you that, you just realize it's the depth of the way they look at you. So when you begin to ask questions, when you sound intelligent, when you speak proper English, then you become a problem. The next thing is this: go back to your country. If you don't like our country, go. No, it's just amnesia, because the same people that say this, they are from other countries as well. Repeat, they are from other countries as well. The same is amnesia. The same people that tell you go back to your country, they forget that there was a time they too, their own parents, their grandparents, their great-grandparents were running from things. So if you're ready to play the part, if you're ready to forget about your self-dignity, if you're ready to work as a caregiver, if you're ready to work as an Uber driver, truck driver, even as a graduate, as a receptionist, as a porter, as a lawnmower, bus driver, what, if you're ready to do all these menial jobs, because by the time you come to the first world nation, honestly, the average is about 30, 35. So if you decide, it is the best thing to invest yourself in education, but because of your culture, because of the people at home waiting, begging, crying for you, you decide to rush and start doing things. And that is what killed some people from mostly African nations. But that is where it is. So you start doing those menial jobs, and then you do those menial jobs, you do 2, 3 jobs, you have no life for yourself. That's why I said it's slavery. Yes, people say you work in plants, but true, the plant is plantations. Yes, plantations. Think about that. That's what it is. And by the way, let's get this right. There are 3 types of immigrants. Yes, people should know there are 3 types of immigrants. The first type of immigrants are products of brain drain. People who are responding to the pools, the social global pools, those who cannot wait for their leaders, to get it right in their native countries, people like Barack Obama Sr. Yes, his father is a Kenyan. Remember, he was a top senior government official, engineer, and then decided to come to United States to study and made a mom and continued. So these are Donald Harris. Yes, the father of the vice president-elect, Dr. Benjamin Emmanuel. Yeah, Rahm Emanuel's father from Israel migrated here as well, due to racism and challenges they had, all along their lives. And people like Abdul Fattah Jandal. Yeah, Abdul Fattah. Yeah, that's Steve Jobs' father. His father was Syrian. Yes, these are people, these are brain drained. I mean, that's why I talk about selective amnesia. People forget where people come from and they add to the value of American society. Yes, I said it. Fattah, that's Abdul Fattah Jandal. That is, what is his name again? Steve Jobs' father from Syria. So these are the products. These are the first set. That's the brain drain. People responding to the challenges in their different countries, trying to do better for themselves until their country get it right. Or people like Wole Soyinka, people like Chinua Achebe, people like Niyo Sundere, people like even Philip Emeagwali, yeah, the famous scientist. Imagine if all these people were in their different countries, contributing, giving back what they've learned and who they are. Imagine Nobel laureates. Imagine the influence you have had on the kids back home. But these are the people. These are the first set. You don't see this. They don't talk. But these are the high achievers from different immigrant countries. And then the second batch of immigrants. These are the children and relatives of thieves. Yeah, thieves, looters. Those who have those whose parents have criminally, shamefully siphoned various natural resources of different countries or in different continents, whether in Africa, in Europe, and South America, or even in India or Pakistan. And when they loot this money, they stupidly go to Swiss bank and to France, to UK, to United States, and deposit this money at the detriment of their own people. They send their children to school, good school, very good schools, to school abroad while they run their countries down so shamelessly, And then there's the third immigrants, people like me from very poor homes who do not have the opportunities to strive at all at home, those of us who are the commoners, who have to sell land, who have to borrow money, we give everything to come to the United States and get lucky through hook or crook, and then lucky maybe just about 60-70% of those of us that are here, commoners, will suffer a lot. Those are the three types of people. So when you see an immigrant, just find out exactly what class the person belongs, because we are all not the same. The brain drains, children of thieves and looters, government officials, and then, like I said, hey, first world nation, there's no doubt about it. It's a good thing. There are good things here, quite different from home, where the country is managed. It's managed well, yes, when you turn on the switches, the lights come on. The lights come on. The taps, drinkable water flow, and how would I say it? And the roads are wide, and there are no terrible potholes as it is in different, whether it's Caribbean or African or Indian or Pakistani nations, or Iran or Syria or whatever. Yes, these things work, but they cost. Therefore, you must be ready to pay the taxes. Yes, the taxes are very high. Most of us that are coming from different countries, we are not used to paying the taxes. Yeah, you're going to pay. You find out you pay, so you join other people. And like I said, you must be ready to, because of this, people are trapped in big debts, really, really, really huge debts, and so, they pay a lot of money, and then so because you're trapped in debt, you have to work twice as you would have worked back home. So you do double jobs, you do the caregiver job. You do whatever job you do, you try to side hustle, do Uber driving on the side and all that, And then the good thing about abroad, going abroad, traveling abroad, is that the hook there is exchange rate. Repeat, the exchange rate. It works for Africans, it works for Caribbeans, it works for Indians, it works for Iranians, Syrians, it works for South American countries, the Mexicans, when they exchange the dollar to the peso, you change the dollar to cedis in Africa, or naira or whatever, or franc or the francs, it makes a huge difference. So it seems as if it is nice. But ordinarily speaking, that's why the Chinese or the Japanese or Europeans don't really think that much about United States, because the exchange rate doesn't favor them. What is it in the United States they don't have over there? I mean, I went to Norway, or when I was in Germany, there's nothing that they don't have over there. In fact, they have free healthcare, unlike United States where you don't have healthcare. Most people, you are just one sickness away from living on the street. You're homeless, you're bankrupt. Yes, you call the police, you call 911, you call fire service, you call ambulance, it is right there. But guess what? You make a mistake, you call one of them, and guess what? You have to pay for it for almost 2-3 years, or you're going bankrupt the rest of your life. Like I said, despite everything, when you peel the veneer across the face, you realize people make you conscious of who you are. For the first time in your life, you realize your color. You realize that the aggregate of your substance is defined by your color or religion, and then it suddenly reminds you of tribalism or religious riots back home. It's just that it has not exploded that way, The Catholics, the conservative right, conservative left, you see the Protestant, you see the interplay of these things, and you say it's just only a question of time before these things really blow up in everybody's face. And for the first time, you realize, yes, you're a person of color. Well, I mean, regardless of how people deny it, some people might think by different shades, as in Brazil or other places, by different shades of your color, whether you're Indian, whether you are Chinese, whether you're Japanese, whether you're Mexican, or whether you're African, you're just different. You're a person of color. So for the first time, like myself, the first time I came to the United States, that's when I realized, oh my God, I'm seen through the prism of color. It's a terrible thing. It hurts. Racism is real across. So these are the few things you must get yourself used to. What else? Yeah. And then, oh my God, people think people here have money. No. Look, people here live above their means. Yes, they live above their means. Look, student loan, they max their credit cards, car loan, refrigerator is on loan. People go on vacation on loan. Look, they realize this. It's like crabs. Crabs, when you're in a barrel and then they put heat under you, you don't realize that the heat is there, and by the time you know it, you're boiling, you're dead. The same thing with people like first world nations. Because of the credit, the ease with which they get credit, everybody live on loans because they know they can never pay. They die with it. So do not envy people like that. In other countries, it's cash and carry. You pay, you have your thing. You build your house, you have your thing. But not in this place. Mortgage, cars, everything, they own it, but they have it, but they don't own it. They have it, but they don't own it. Yes, you will feel lonely. You would be very, very lonely. You try very hard. That's why you see everybody in associations, very close, calling home through Skype and all that. And then you feel there's a new kind of hollowness inside you, a sadness that you really would want to make up for, but no way. Because people at home take advantage. They think you have money because you're always called to talk, to hear, to know what's going on. And then you're so scared because when you're growing old, you see, there are two types of, reactions to immigration. People from China and India, when they come here, they don't think of home. They don't build houses like that. But people from Africa, they want to build homes because they're scared of old age. Because at old age, they don't want to be dumped into old people's homes, So they try, they know their children forgetting them. Most Africans don't really believe that their children here belongs to them. Because at the end of the day, they just don't think about them. They're gone. They're just gone. So they want to go home and out of disillusionment and sadness, but they don't have. But just when they think about life, they think about how things are, and they're sad about it. They just want to go home. So that's the way it is. And the healthcare here in Germany and Europe, yes, they have free healthcare, but in the United States, oh my God, it's something else. Like I said, you're one illness away from living on the street. It's terrible. I'm sorry, I can go on and on, but this is the way it is. You have to realize these things. Look, success is just because of the exchange rate and the opportunity for everybody to start on a level playing field. That is, if you're ready to do the menial jobs and then climb. The opportunities are there. But if you're going to be happy until you die, it's a huge lie. So think about them, choose what you want. Once again, like I said, please click like and share. Whatever you think, whatever it is, please, this is not a question of, okay, if you don't like it, go back to your place. It's just the facts, because we're dealing with propaganda. People don't really understand it. Yes, it's difficult. It's a pleasure knowing you. Hey, like I said, I'm a motivational speaker. If you look at your screen, you see my information there. I'll be very, very glad to hear from you. I believe in you. Keep in touch. Nakara is my name.